What's up, everybody? Welcome back to KennyJTV, and also welcome back to another episode of Women in Insurance. Today, I have Tatiyana Richardson with me, and just go ahead and introduce yourself to everybody and let them know who you are.
Hey, I'm Tatiyana, Tatiyana Richardson, or you might know me as that.insurance.chick on Instagram, licensed insurance agent like Kenny here. I'm so happy to be here and
Good. Well, I appreciate
excited.
you taking time out of your busy day to come and hang out with us for a little bit.
Of course.
My first question for you is, how long have you been in insurance?
3 years, I can't say long years, or it's coming up on my 3rd year, coming up on it.
Did it seem to go by pretty fast?
And I think some areas, yes. You have those months where they're kind of dragging, but when I look back over the time span, I don't really feel that it's been a solid 3 years.
Okay. And how did you originally get into insurance?
Well, I was actually a car saleswoman.
Okay.
I would talk to people on the phone and try to convince them to come in so that we can sell you a car. And a life insurance agent has seen that on my resume and say, you might have some experience in sales. So give this a go. It's pretty much the same thing. You're just selling a much better product, and it's a lot less scammy.
Yeah. I could get that. I could see how a lot of car salesmen or saleswomen would have like that scam type of aura.
Mm-hmm.
They're trying to scam
Yes.
you to get a car.
Very much.
So how long did you sell cars before you got into insurance?
I think about 2 years. I had worked with Mitsubishi, and then I had switched over to Nissan at some point as well. And I liked those jobs, but I didn't quite like working directly with the salesman because of the things that are associated with being a car salesman. You do encounter some things.
I could only imagine. So you said you were in car sales and you went to insurance because you talked to a life insurance agent. So do you just do life insurance, or do you do all the lines of insurance?
So I started with just life insurance, and I think I did that exclusively for about 6 months or so. And I liked it a bunch. I used to go out and make home visits so that I can discuss with customers different types of life insurance policies and really do reviews in person. And I think I like that a lot because it was very personal, and you got to be in a setting where the customer is comfortable, with talking about something like death.
Right, exactly.
So I did that for a little while, and then I went ahead and had my daughter, and I was in search of something that would be a bit more, I would say, steady. And steady because I was looking for something with a set schedule, and home appointments with life insurance didn't really allow for that. So that's how I was introduced to property and casualty, which I am now duly licensed for property and casualty as well as life insurance.
Gotcha.
And I've been with that ever since.
Gotcha. So when you were in life insurance, were you like door knocking and going door to door and stuff like that?
Yeah. Okay. So I'll say yes, I have done a door knock or 3. Okay. But I don't think that the particular company that I had worked for, that was not our main marketing technique. In fact, they sold us on the idea that we wouldn't have to focus so much on the door knocking by having, viable leads for us. So we didn't really have to do that as much. Anybody that we've spoken to was already interested in some way, shape, or form.
That's the kind of people you want to come in contact with. So did you enjoy the door knock or three door knocks that you did? Would you do it again, or it's no, I didn't really enjoy that?
So I actually wouldn't be against a door knock day, especially when you're partnering up with someone.
Yeah.
And I guess the more experience you have with life insurance, the more comfortable you are with talking about it with a complete stranger. So it keeps you on your toes, and it also gives you a sense of fulfillment knowing that you are presenting something like life insurance to a complete stranger that may have not thought about it. So you do get the kind of this is my duty to my people. So I don't mind door knocking.
No, yeah, it's almost like community outreach. You're going out, reaching out to the community.
There you go.
Honestly, and when you word it like that, I don't think I'd be opposed to it. done it once at State Farm, but I kind of like initiated. We weren't doing anything in the office. But then when I did my own thing, I haven't door knocked. And I think that would be pretty cool to do that. But then of course, you know, the rep you get, it's almost like me selling knives or something to people. It's like, oh, here they go trying to sell something. But I don't know. I feel like if it's received well at first, then it's like, oh, okay, then
I agree.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I 100% agree. But even with that, I think that that's just something that you acquire over time. Some people, you have to know how to talk to people in order to sell anything, whether it be selling knives or selling insurance. And, you know, the word sales is thrown around so much, but it really is just talking to people.
No.
That's what I've learned.
So you said you work at Farmers Insurance. Can you kind of explain your position? Like, what do you do exactly with Farmers Insurance?
So with Farmers Insurance, I am primarily sales, which just goes into I am primarily having those types of conversations with people to get them started with the farmer's policy, be it auto insurance, property insurance, commercial insurance, or life insurance. Although I would consider myself to be hybrid because of the fact that I do also do some servicing. That's the part of being an insurance agent that I would say is not the not so fun part. You have to service every particular person that you sign up for insurance because they have things that they need done on their policy, whether they're going to move to new addresses or there's a billing issue. And I do a bit of both.
Okay, because I was gonna ask, like, did you like servicing? Because I do servicing and sales. I would prefer to just do sales. Servicing to me is very tedious. I don't not enjoy it because you are able to, you know, cross sell and offer products that they don't have when you go look at their accounts and things like that. So are you just like totally against it, or you just prefer not to do it, like servicing piece of it?
I say that you have to find your rhythm because depending on what mood you in, you might be in the service day kind of mood.
Mhm.
Your sales, I believe, are always greatly impacted by your mood in the day. Because I know when I'm walking into work and I'm feeling chipper and I have my smile on my face and my coffee in hand, I am doing coming to do some serious business. But sometimes I might just not be feeling it. Maybe I didn't get a good night of sleep. I don't mind, you know, hanging back a little bit and taking the
Understand
low
that.
hanging fruit from multi-lining and talking to my service customers. So like you said, it has its place. You know, I think too much of either one would be overwhelming.
No, yeah.
So I like the balance. I wouldn't really swap out for anything.
Okay. And how do you like working at Farmers?
I love working at Farmers. So this is the thing. Since I have worked for other insurance agencies, I can with confidence say that the thing that makes the difference in working for an insurance company is a 100%. Okay, I'll give the company some credit. 90% the agent that you work for or work
Yeah.
under, because they are your boss. They're kind of like business partners, very much so. You do report to them and their name is on the door, but you're selling this product. And I feel like the type of work culture that they set for you inside of the office makes all of the difference. And I have a very comfortable workspace, as you can see. That's why I'm in the office. And you know, he's like, do what you got to do, get your sales and get the word out there. And I like having that freedom where, you know, there's more than one way to skin a cat, and he trusts that I'm good enough at my job that I can skin this cat however I need to. So you might see me on reels on that insurance chick. So, you know,
Oh, yeah.
laugh at
No,
me.
I love that, and that's so true. Like I've heard so many times, people usually don't leave the company; they leave the management or the
Mhm.
franchise owner or whoever, which is so true. And I saw that you do something very similar to me. You do a lot of marketing online, via like videos, reels, and posts like that. So, what originally got you introduced to marketing on your social media?
It started with a TikTok in the pandemic. I was one of those people who are like anti TikTok, like, what is this? I am never gonna get on there and sing
Right.
and dance. This is craziness. And then, you know, the pandemic happened, we were on lockdown, and I was introduced to it. And I'm like, this is not so bad. And I think I started doing some jingles. I'm like, okay. So I started with that. And because I had done so many and they were kind of fun personally, and I saw the impact that they could make and how much exposure those types of videos were getting, it's just like, as a salesperson,
Hmm.
I felt that I would be insane not to join in on the trend. And I felt like it was a way where I can work, but I'm also having fun. So this is kind of cool. I can do this. I
I love
can
that.
get paid to do this.
Crazy how so many people in our industry really haven't tapped into it. You know, they'll see them and they'll be like, okay, and they don't tap into it. And for me, like it's helped my business tremendously. Have you seen growth within your business from like
I have
social
regular
media
leads coming in straight just from Instagram, from people just being able to see, oh, that insurance chick, and when they are in a dealership, or they are in a situation where like, I need some life insurance. I followed that insurance chick. I will go ahead and I get a lot of that trickling in throughout the sales month, and that is awesome. I'm
marketing?
super happy to see the growth in my sales, but also in knowing that like people are actually learning something that they should have, known all this time. I like being able to leave that impact and that mark through social media.
I love that. And then the name is so catchy, the insurance chick. Like what kind of coined that name, or what made you go with that name
Okay.
brand?
So, all right, this is funny because there was a meme and it was called Salt Bay, where there was this guy, he's pretty good looking, exactly, you know him. And around that time, maybe it was 2018, 2019, was like, what can I do? I'm not gonna lie, I was gonna copy and I was going to say Insurance Bay. And I was just like, nah, I don't think that hits as much.
Hmm.
Um, so I just had a couple names written down and I asked a few family members, like, what do you think about this? And they were like, that insurance chick is more, catchy. I
Yeah,
like that. I like it a lot. And so I ran with it. I've just changed the name on my Instagram and I've done that ever since. And I don't intend to really ever change it back. I am going to stick with it. I like it. It's brandable and it's marketable, no matter what I decide to do.
no, yeah, it's definitely a brand. I could definitely see you like making some t-shirts with the insurance chick
Mhm.
and having like all the ladies in insurance wearing that. That would be pretty dope.
Oh, stop. See,
You
you're giving me so many
you
ideas.
should
This is
think
why
about
the
that.
words are awesome.
No, yeah.
Hmm.
So would you have any advice for like, people that are saying like I want to post, but I'm nervous or I don't think I look the best? Like what is some advice or things that helped you get over any type of like insecurities or things you might have had trying to post?
Okay, so the one thing I would say is that you are the only person that would know or that would think how it's supposed to look. You have a conception in your head of how you want this video to turn out, and maybe you re-recorded and re-recorded because of the insecurities that you put in your mind, but don't allow those to get to you because they are legitimately, what I said, only in your mind.
Mhm.
When you post it, no one knows that something didn't turn out the way that it was supposed to. You are your own worst critic, and what you might think is like, oh, that's a bad angle, or I didn't like my double chin here. The complete strangers, they just accept you for you, and they see that you're trying. And so I think some of my biggest support has come from strangers, so don't be self-conscious. If anyone looked at one of the videos that you posted and they were critiquing you or criticizing you, that's probably just maybe 1% because they're on there, but all the other people that are watching your things and they're getting the benefit of that, I say focus on those people because that's what you want to do and that's what it's all about.
No, yeah, for sure. That's so true. Like we just got to get out here and post because when you're looking at different influences on here, you're not looking at her hair curls a little too tight. It's more so you're coming for the knowledge or you're coming for the entertainment. And half the time, people don't even notice what we see in our own videos. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree. Our worst critic, because I might notice, like, oh, I hated that I didn't put my edges down or something, and
Right.
and I'm like, wow, a lot of people like that video, and I'm
Like
just,
nobody's even thinking about that, right?
yeah, you're right.
Exactly. So a really good question that I want to ask you is: have you faced any struggles as a Black woman in insurance?
So the good thing I can say is that I have a luxury. I actually work in like a Black suburban
Mm,
neighborhood,
okay.
and I can't say it's a Black neighborhood, but it is, it's pretty urban suburban,
Mhm.
However, we do get some people out that are African American, and I can say, I don't know if it's either just being a Black woman or if it's just being a woman. But you do sometimes, you have men call in, and when they're talking to you, they're like demanding, oh, no, 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 you can't handle this with me. I'll speak directly to the agent. And I'm like, I'm duly licensed agent. I can totally assist you. I'm equipped to do this. I'm qualified. I'm very good at what I do. And I think that sometimes you do have some men that call in that still kind of think of it as like, no, I don't want to say superior, but sometimes they do act as if you can't know the same things that they know, or maybe you shouldn't be in this side of the business, and maybe we don't quite understand when we're talking about estimated replacement costs, and we're talking getting property insurance, and I have to like break it down to them, no, this and this, and I recommend this.
Right.
And it's kind of like you have to work a little bit harder to prove that you are knowledgeable in this industry with certain men, whereas maybe you as a man may not have to prove as much. Maybe it's a little bit more trust given, just because you're a man and you get it.
And that's crazy because my whole life, of course, I'm Black,
Mhm.
so you deal with adversities and things like that. But which is why one of the reasons I did this, I didn't really realize that was, honestly, this might sound ignorant, but no, that was still a thing, that women were still facing those type of, because every woman that I've interviewed has said the same thing. Like, even it was I interviewed two women, they own an agency, and I said, what is the biggest struggle? And they said, people taking us seriously, or realizing that we're the owners. And I'm just like, this is a thing consistently with everybody that I speak to, and that's crazy that women are so strong. Like, just
look every day. But you know what? I kind of love getting those types of encounters because it gives me a shot to like, I am competitive. So if I earn your trust and I get your sale and I'm writing up multiple policies, that makes me feel good because I know that like I was, that much better. Not that they give me any, they don't validate anything, but in a way,
I see what you're saying, though.
I like to prove them wrong, and I like to see that on their face, like, oh, okay, you do know what you're talking about. Yeah, I do. And then when you're calling in and asking for service, you're not like asking for, oh, let me talk to the agent. You're like, I want to get Tatiyana on the line because she knows exactly what I'm doing. I love that.
I love that. And so, how has it been also working, because you're a new mother? So, how has that been working as a mother in insurance? Or what would you say to people that have younger kids and are thinking about getting into insurance?
So as a mother, I think that insurance is a super good fit. Why? Because it's easily scalable. And also depending on the type of agent that you're working for, you have some, I could say some flexibility. Because most of your money you're being made is based on sales, and it's really good for income. Very lucrative field. And also I do have a college degree, but you don't necessarily need one. So if you are, a parent and you don't have time to go get a college degree, or that's not the particular path that you want to take on, then insurance is something that is a good field to get into. It can be very busy, but that's the point of having a 9 to 5 or having a set schedule that you commit to when you're going into the office. But I would say that being a parent, because I did some insurance sales prior to me being pregnant and prior to having my daughter. And I would say that the difference is that she's a great motivator. Having your child pushes you to, get and push your numbers and to exceed those numbers and to test your limits in ways that when I wasn't a parent, I really didn't care. I just wanted to make enough to fool around, have some money in my pocket, pay my rent and go out with my girls. But now I'm like, okay, I need enough to save. I need enough to pay bills. I want a future. Oh, I think I can get another life insurance policy. Let me get some of that. So it pushes you to do what you have to do in ways that I never really thought.
And what college did you go to?
I went to Pierce College for business. I graduated CCP, got my associate's degree in business, and then I went to Pierce College.
Is that online or is that?
No, so it is in Philadelphia-based college. It's in Center City. They have a campus, and but you can also take online classes though, like CCP. They do offer both, like a hybrid. And there were some situations or some courses where I'm like, I am gonna do this online.
And then the last question that I have for you is, what is some advice that you would give women that are looking to get into insurance?
I guess it would be to be prepared for the long haul. I think that a lot of people don't make it in the insurance industry simply because it's not the type of job where, if you're with Amazon, you're hired, trained in 2 weeks and you're, what I mean, getting your
Right.
first paycheck. And insurance is not like that. You have to be prepared to get your licensing, and that might take on a short time frame, a month. That's with a lot of studying every day. It's with commitment and dedication. I think that you also have to be prepared for the long haul because insurance, things change. There are new rules, there's always new systems, there's always new techniques. And I think that you are only as good as your knowledge of insurance, even after you're licensed.
Right.
So you have to constantly be learning because you have to be knowledgeable in order to make really good informed decisions and to do what's best for your customers. That's how you are successful in the industry. So if you're going to do that, be prepared for having to work a little bit harder than the men, but women do have a charm about them. So that's a good thing, So it's a fun ride, being able to talk to people and experience all the different personalities. And if you're competitive, go for it, do it. Just kind of keep your heels down and don't give up, because once you're on the other side of it and you have a skill for a lifetime.
I love that. That is so true. Everybody, that is Tatiyana Richardson, that insurance chick. And tell us like how we can find you. Any you can say your email, your Instagram, anything, and then I'll get the information from you, and it'll be in the description box below as well, guys.
Okay. Yeah. So Tatiyana is my name, Tatiyana, but you're probably not going to find me online with that because I'm only on Instagram at the moment. But Kenny has really inspired me to get on YouTube. I'm kind of scared, but scared money, don't no money.
Right.
So I am That's Insurance Chick, and it's that.insurance, regular spelling, .chick, and then he'll probably pin it on here or however YouTube does it.
I got you. Well, Tatiyana, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to speak with us, and I know this will help a lot of people. Guys, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Yeah. And hit that bell for our latest notification. And we will see That Insurance Chick coming to YouTube soon. So this is like the trailer to our channel, guys.
Yes, I agree. It was nice being on here with you, and I will see you in the flip. I'll see you in some reels.